Hey guys, Spirit Flow. So I said I was gonna do some love readings, and that's what I'm gonna do. Remember I said in my first video I read playing cards? Well, that's what we're gonna be doing right now. For some reason they're just talking to me a lot louder today than my tarot cards are, and my oracles are just silent for me today. So I'm gonna start with our this read is for our introverts. Let's see what's going on with our introverts. This is for our singles, okay? Reading our singles first. Our singles. Let's see what's going on, guys. Okay. So I don't think that this is going to be the weekend for you to find someone else. I feel like you guys might be talking to someone, and this weekend you're kind of going to have sort of a disconnect. Because you guys are both kind of doing your own little thing. Don't take that as a negative. You're doing your own thing. You have a lot on your mind. They have a lot on their mind. And the disconnect is going to be inevitable. However, I feel as though they're going to approach you and be like, hey, what's going on? Oh, you're distancing and blah, blah, blah. Well, they're doing the same thing. So basically, they're going to be talking into the mirror. I don't think that you should, worry about it. I really don't think that there's much there. There's definitely a lot more fish in the sea, and you guys should just, enjoy being single right now. I see that you guys have a lot of other things on your plate that are just kind of more in the forefront, more important than being with someone. So I don't see any new love or anybody interesting coming into your life this weekend. Let me look for the week ahead. Okay, so the week ahead, I see that maybe at work or on your way to work, something regarding work, you're going to actually run into somebody, and it might be an ex of some sort, or someone that you kind of had some kind of relation with. And you might go on a date with them. This person's kind of changed, so if you want to give them a chance, definitely don't base it off of their past relations with you, because they have changed, and they're kind of more level-headed, and more committed to being committed. So definitely I think that you should give them a chance. If it's someone that you're very, you were interested in, maybe that they just like kind of screwed you over, or they fucked up, or whatever the case is. So just kind of give them that benefit of the doubt. And I do see you guys going on a date, and it's going to be pretty good. And I see that happening actually by week's end. I see you probably bumping into them like Tuesday or Wednesday. Definitely you guys have really good cards for that. And I'm gonna also say, yeah, again, it's definitely an ex, or someone that, again, you had relations with. I don't actually see you guys having relations now though, so that's a good thing. I think it's gonna kind of build off of the bottom and work its way up. So that's for our singles. Again, bad weekend, good week ahead. Okay, let's see for our relationships. And relationships, I'm talking about committed relationships. You guys have been together a really long time, maybe married, living together, something like that. I'm not talking about relationships where you guys have been together 2 weeks. Not saying that that's not a relationship, but that's not what I'm reading right now, okay? That would fall more into dating, and I'm gonna do a read for dating, even though dating came up in our singles. But let's see. Okay, so in our relationships, it seems as though somebody is at a loss. Somebody has either recently had a loss of someone close to them, a family member, a really close friend, or something to that effect. However, I see that whoever had this loss, they're actually turning to someone else other than their partner for understanding and insight and for compassion and stuff like that. So this can actually very easily turn into a little affair. So I definitely think that if you are the person, because actually can swap, you know, the reading can swap with you and your lover. If you are the person who's turning to someone else other than your lover, you definitely should be careful of that, because you sometimes in time of grief or in time of sadness or in time of need, we turn to someone, and it's not the best idea for our future, because that's definitely something that you're going to have to you know, you're going to be actually burdened with. I'm reading that as well. If you're in a situation where you're trying to choose between the person who you are with and you are committed to, or the person, I should say, who's committed to you, because if you have somebody from the outside coming in, you're obviously not the one who's committed, then I think that you should definitely take a time out and you should be honest, because something is not right in your relation, and it's kind of, I feel like it's a two-way street. You think like, oh wow, you know what, you're kind of either boring or you're not supportive of me or whatever. They're feeling the same way. It's not that it's just you, you know. So I think it's definitely something that you should come clean about. It's kind of like I don't want to say come clean, that's not really the wording. It's kind of like the Pina Colada song, where you know, he's looking through the personal ads and he answers an ad and it happens to be her, and it's kind of like, it's that kind of situation that I feel you guys have going on. Definitely it's all about truth. I feel like you guys have lack of communication. You're not really communicating with each other, which is not a great thing. However, it's kind of like, I feel as though when you do communicate, it's argumentative. So you're like, well, you know what? It's better that we don't communicate, because when we do communicate, we're just fighting and it's petty and it's all that. Honestly, at least that is communication. I know, I understand. It's argument, it's petty, and it's like a pain, and you know, it's a headache, but it is communication, and definitely communication is better, no matter what form it is, than having silence or a lack of communication. I see that you guys are going to be moving forward from this one way or another. If you keep your feelings harbored, or if they're keeping their feelings harbored on what's going on, I do see somebody walking away from the relationship. So keep that in mind, loves, okay? Okay, let's see what's going on with our dating intros. Dating intros. And that last read actually was coming through very intro to intro. So this kind of comes through as though you're an intro dealing with another intro. So yeah, dating. Okay, so for my people who are dating, I'm kind of getting that if you are in a relationship with someone who has children, you do need to realize that this person has responsibilities that are beyond you. I'm feeling some kind of anger or like they're not making time for me and blah blah blah. If that's the case and you're feeling that way, then I believe your best option is to just walk away from that relationship, because it's not going to change. And it's not that they're doing something wrong, it's that you guys are just on two different pages and you're not understanding each other. The person is trying actually really really hard, and again, this is someone who has children. They're trying really hard to manage their time and juggle between spending time with you and don't dedicating the time that they need to their kids. And I feel that this is not a weekend parent either. I feel as though this is a parent who has constant access and constant communication with their children, which is a beautiful thing. It's actually something that we don't see the very often these days, and you should actually be promoting that and happy for that and supportive of that, as opposed to feeling away. However, you are definitely entitled to feel how you feel. So if you're feeling away, don't feel stuck that you're stuck in this, well, I like him, or I love him, or I love her, or I like her, and what am I going to do? Oh, it'll get better. It's not going to get better, because there's nothing wrong with it. So, definitely, if that's the case, you should just walk away from that. Be honest with them. Obviously you're not blaming their children, you're just saying that this is not the relationship for me, this is not the place that I want to be. If you guys are actually you're dating someone who you've dated in the past and this is your second go around, know that this is an emotional cycle ending. So the ending of the emotional cycle, I feel as though you actually might have a third go around, and your third go around will actually be starting from something fresh and something new. So if it does have a chance, don't fight a breakup right now if it's someone that you've dated in the past, okay? Because it's actually going to be a positive change. This ending is going to be a new beginning. Okay. If you're dealing with someone who has any signs of being abusive, walk away, because this is what I'm getting right now. I'm getting little signs, little yellow flags, and it seems as though you've been in this situation before, and definitely you don't want to go back there, but you're seeing these yellow flags, and I feel as though whoever I'm speaking with right now, whatever's coming through, is telling me to tell you, you've been in this situation more than once before. So definitely any signs of abuse, whether that be emotionally, verbally, mentally, physically, walk away. You are better than that. You need to move on. You need to walk away. I also feel that you guys have children. And this is this is coming across obviously as our women that are and not saying that men don't get abused, because men get abused daily, and I'm an advocate for anti-abuse for men as much as women. However, I feel as though this is a woman and you have children. You never want your children to see that, and your children see a lot more than you think that they do. So again, mental abuse, physical abuse, any type of abuse, you're going to walk away. I'm going to post a phone number down in the bottom, and it's going to be a suicide prevention line. And I'm also going to post a domestic violence number as well. This is actually this is a topic that's very, very dear to me, and it means a lot. So I'm definitely going to post that. Also, I'm going to post another link explaining about sexual abuse and how you can be sexually abused by someone that you do consent to have sex with, okay? There is a form of abuse that is sexual, and can be with your husband. It can be with your wife. Just because you are, it's your duty. It's not your duty if you don't want to. So I'm going to post that as well in the link below. Thank you very much for watching. Many, many blessings. And I will see you guys very, very soon.